filled with some of the brightest minds in the universe. With them, we've learned to grow and explore and instill a great love of all things creative and all things exploratory. I am super stoked to be able to introduce them today. And with us today, without any further ado, we have writer and showrunner J.B. Pollia. Richardson-Whitfield.
Really know them, so.
No, thank you guys for playing with us, the Kings. We appreciated the effort. It was cute.
The shortest Eureka panel in history.
Thanks for starting them up, guys.
Hey, wait to jump on the bandwagon!
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm actually Montreal. I'm a Habs fan. My team hasn't even made the playoffs.
Well, guys,
take you off.
The show's winding down. We've got, what, 4 episodes left to air?
Yeah, we got, I think, 7 left to air. 7, right? Yeah.
7?
Yeah, everything went better than expected, so.
This season has been just enormously fantastic.
You're welcome.
Something makes you credit, right? How has the experience been, putting out such a fantastic product as the show is in its, twilight phase?
Oh, what a burden.
I think that we've had an amazing group, especially since season 4. We kind of had to do a lot of restaffing, and the cast and our crew and our writers have never been better in working together, and it's been such a pleasure to do these last couple of seasons. We didn't know that this was going to be our last season until about 2 days before we were going to be shooting the finale. This huge, giant cliffhanger season finale that was going to set up the next season, which we had been picked up for. So it wasn't like we were planning all of this as coming to the end. The end will have been a little faster than we would have hoped, but luckily we were given the opportunity to have a final episode by our network and studio, which was a great gift considering the circumstances that we were able to really say goodbye and say goodbye to you guys too. So it's been a great ride. We've had a great time.
It's sort of like you had a really great playoff run. And then you just came against a force that you just couldn't get past anymore. Even though at the last minute it almost looked like you were going to.
And then a bad officiating call.
I understand what that feels like. You know, Colin, neither can I. Let's call up some of our friends who live and work in Vancouver and ask them how it feels.
Hold on, there's a GoPro down here with just 3D. I want to throw something at it. Wow. Thanks, guys.
We're gonna be taking questions from the wonderful folks up here. If anybody who is interested in asking a question of them, there's a microphone right up here that you guys can start lining up behind.
We have one over here too.
Oh, good. 2 microphones. Oh, there's somebody there. Excellent.
While they're lining up, what can we expect? What can you tell us about the rest of the season?
He's just short.
I mean, I think that we've had, you know, Sally's episode that she directed last week was phenomenal. And Mr. Colin Ferguson's episode is coming up that he directed, which is also Joe Morton directed an episode this season, and
Jamie directed an episode.
I did the body swapping one. That was fun.
How'd you like his body
So there are yet more surprises in store. I know that we made you really, really mad at the first part of the season, and I can't understand why killing off peacocks. But we've got some interesting things coming up, so you know, I think that you'll be pleased. Keep watching.
I'm glad that you killed off the Geek Goddess because it gave Grayston and me probably the best scene I have
That is true.
in all the years that we got to work on the show.
That was one of my very favorite moments, absolutely, from Isaac Parrish's time on the show, too. Will killed that scene with Neil. So, questions?
Trying to save them. We're going to come over here. We have our little questionnaire here.
Why is Eureka coming to an end?
It was my fault. I just threw it into the ground. I think that the network thought that we were going to finish on a high note, and they would rather have that happen, and they wanted to sort of put more of their money behind new shows that they wanted to develop. So they had to make a choice. It was the wrong choice, but they made a choice.
So watch for Wrestling Ghost Hunters this fall on the Sci-Fi Channel.
There's always the talk these days of alternate methods of distribution, you know, web outlets, that kind of stuff. Have you guys thought about or pursued any you know, continuation of possibility?
Vegan Sundry, excellent. Well, there should be a tabletop. There should be a Eureka game for sure. I think that we're talking about lots of possibilities, but and we're all kind of working on new projects as well, which are exciting. And so we're not going to say we won't pursue those things, but at the moment we don't have anything hard.
Yes. First, I would like to apologize to you, Jamie, because because last week you and I did not do the spoiler alert to people, and we got.
Oh, is that your fault?
Yeah.
Wow.
And also about the Jeep contest, can you give us the number yet?
I'm not going to give you the final number until the end of the season. We had 7 more episodes to air, so you're going to have to pay attention. But somebody did get it right.
So we got to see Colin like get pissed at the Jeep leaving again? Destroyed it?
Well, he's trying, don't let him suck you into that. No, that's very sneaky.
All I can tell you is that that Carl the Jeep is going to meet his demise again, at least once this season, and in one of the most spectacular ways that he's ever been. So.
Carl the Jeep is like Eureka's red shirt.
It's Carl's Arcade, you know?
Red shirt.
Any chance for a movie and showing up on Big Bang Theory?
Well, you guys are, I mean, Will can figure out the Big Bang Theory thing.
I mean, you're booking us on Big Bang Theory.
Why are you hogging it all for yourself, Will?
Well, I am hogging it all for myself because I'm afraid that if Colin comes on to the Big Bang Theory as Evil Will Wheaton, they will no longer let me be Evil Will Wheaton. And quite frankly, I would rather be Evil Will Wheaton.
As for a movie, it's been talked about as a possibility. I think we'll have to figure out timing and whether it makes sense and we have the right idea to do it. So we're all open to it, though. I think. Woo! You guys would all buy tickets to a real movie.
Would you buy 100 tickets each?
We can guarantee an opening weekend.
That's not enough, sorry.
This message is for Colin. Out of all of the seasons and all of the episodes, which one are you leaving to be your very favorite?
Very favorite? I really like the body swapping episode that we did a couple weeks ago. I like it because it was really so well directed and just beautifully crafted. When you work for a master like that, it's just what a joy. And probably the one that comes on, I think next week, which is Smarter Carter.
Yes.
Where Carter grows a brain.
Oh, is that next week?
Yeah, I think so.
I love that one.
That was really fun.
Yeah, it's coming up, and it's great. It really is. And actually, the fun part of that episode is, probably spoiler alert, I'm not supposed to talk about this, is that Sally's very talented husband, Whitfield, is going to be guest starring as Allison's brother. That's not awkward at all.
And also Up in the Air, the bank episode, I like that too.
Yeah.
But then I think about like the X-Files, I like that one too. That was a great one. It made parts of Tucked Up Goose. Yeah, what did I do?
I love that moment in Up in the Air where Carter's so excited for there to be a, he's like, we're gonna investigate it, and we're gonna go, we're gonna take pictures, and we're gonna collect evidence, and he gets there and the bank's gone, and he's like, yeah, they robbed the bank!
Every episode?
I know a lot of them. It's weird, you know, like I watch these shows that I work on because I enjoy them, but I have so much fun working on shows like Eureka and Big Bang Theory and Leverage that when I watch the episodes, I feel like reconnected to my friends who I'm not with. Who I'm not with at home. So when I watch Eureka, it's like I watch for these little things that Grayston does, and I see like, oh, I bet that was probably shot late at night, and things like that, and like I see the set and I know, oh, they were in the rotunda, so that means that our chairs were probably over here, and Crafty was back there. Like I just know things like that, so it's it sort of makes me feel less homesick when I get to watch the show.
And I feel like I remember scenes specifically, especially the first ones that we shot.
Yeah.
When we first, like the pilot and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
I remember what we were doing. In the first pilot, we had this long scene walking down.
In the white room?
Yes.
White room.
And it's all, we don't see anything that's going to be there. It's all going to be visual effects, but it's crazy hard dialogue. And it's the first time that Colin and I are really working together. And we were so excited when we were like getting those scenes down because it was, you
we did it quickly, like 2 takes.
We're like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember.
And it seems like yesterday. It
Oh,
seems
and I
like
liked you then.
I know.
The memories of it all.
Yeah, before you get to know me, it's
great.
like night and day.
It's good stuff.
Right before that scene, Colin, and I was on headset, so I could hear what they were saying before.
You were on a Segway, weren't you?
Yeah, I was dipping around the Segway, getting in trouble. But Colin says to Sally, who has just been working on her lines, she's got them down, she's so prepared, she's in the moment. He says, whatever you say, don't say Albert Einstein. And she's like, are you effing kidding me? First 3 takes. Einstein.
Tend to mess with people from time to time.
From time to time?
Well, I get what Will's saying too, because like when I watched Sally, the one that she directed last, I was so proud of her for how well constructed it was, and to see someone. I was there when Sally directed her first episode, and this is much later, and she's done so much more, and so it's just really cool to see people grow like that, and they go like, wow, I was in some way a part of that journey with that person. It's nice. It's really makes you it's warm.
I have to ask, did you two first meet on the set, or did you meet in LA?
No, we met in LA.
Because the scene outside, we talked earlier about Barlow's, when you did that first car scene, that you spent hours in the car. Do you remember in the pilot when they're driving?
I remember going, why are we still shooting this? I think we got it.
But I think that's when we found out we actually had chemistry.
Yes. Yeah. And a similar sort of temperament for like, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we take another question, what are you guys working on next? I mean, I think everybody here is going to be interested in following you guys after the show wraps, so you guys could give us a short answer as to what you're working on next.
World domination. We're starting with Hollywood, and then we're just going to roll it out from there, territory by territory. I mean, I think everybody's got multiple projects that we're considering and looking at and developing, and I hesitate to announce anything because the moment I do, then the plan changes. So, more to come though. Certainly more things to come.
Yeah, same. I got something that might happen next week, but I'm hesitant to announce it and then not have it happen. Then I'm a liar.
And I've just been I've done a few guest spots on shows. Working on Aaron Sorkin has a new show for HBO. Did a few episodes of that.
Newsroom.
And
you directed a short.
Yeah, I directed a short film that's in the film festivals right now. And I think for Colin, I hope they're trying to do some more directing of TV and movies.
Yeah.
So.
It's hard to break in. I'm having a hard time breaking in. You guys
I know.
It's true. It's really tough.
They're like, yeah, you directed Eureka, did your own show, whatever.
Yeah.
That's such an easy show to direct.
I know, they have no idea of how hard that show is.
It has to be funny and dramatic and emotional. Oh, visual effects and practical effects.
Yeah, they don't know.
Oh, God, so right. I just ride around in ambulances in LA to wait until the next great gig comes along. It keeps me busy.
She's also a molecular biologist, too, so is that.
She's a trained EMT. You guys know that?
Superhero, just for kicks.
I'm doing something unbelievably cool, but I'm not allowed to talk about it until probably, I know it sucks, I can't say a word about it. I had to sign an NDA, and part of the NDA was that for every time I mess up and reveal anything from this NDA, I owe the person with whom, or entity with whom the NDA exists, $2 million. I'm not going to make $2 million, I'm not going to make $2 million in my lifetime. And anyway, but this is a really cool thing, and it's a thing that I was working on a little bit yesterday.
Who are you working with?
Shut up. Face jerk.
The initials.
Shut up. So that's one of the initials. That's what I'm doing at school. I'm trying real hard to win a game on my web series tabletop. And I'm writing. I have most of June and July off, and I get to write and hopefully finish Movies of the Future Volume 2 and do some more comic writing.
Thank you all, because for many years it's just been my dad and I watching all these sci-fi shows, and for the first time ever my mom was watching with us.
Excellent.
We've seen lots of crazy gadgets and gizmos in the show, and I'm wondering, out of all the ones you've seen, which one would you use in real life if you could?
Teleportation.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, I hate to wait in lines. I don't like to travel. Don't waste my time. Get me from here to there. I'm done. Teleportation. That's it.
I would make an alternate universe and put all the people I don't like in it. Just leave them there.
I think Beverly Barlow's Nemonizer was also a pretty cool gadget.
That was cool, but I like their diagnostic tools that you can just find out, all the medical tools that they had to also like cure anything or see anything.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Let's hit a bunch of these questions, otherwise we're never going to get through.
This up, it's kind of small.
Yeah. No, now you can go to the back of the line. Ask a question, now go to the back.
Well, thank you for making this an incredible birthday again. It's been awesome.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Don't sing to me this year. I almost got in trouble last year.
Okay.
So. All right. And I was wondering, what's your favorite moment out of all these Eurekas from season 1 to 4.5 or whatever?
Are you asking that to the whole cast?
Yes, all of you. And why?
Holy cow, that's a dissertation.
Well, for me, it's the moments, it's the life moments. It's like, we watched, Sally and Jamie and me and Joe all direct for the first time, and, people come into their own. That's the richest thing for us, or for me, that I enjoy so being a part of people's lives as they grow. So it's a personal behind the scenes